Hey guys, Johnny Kress. Pretty much what we're doing today is we're painting some harpies. We might have a guest later on. We're listening to the Black Sun, and yeah, that's what we're doing today. So hopefully you guys can hear the Black Sun. I'm gonna move it over so we can hear it a little bit better. And I'm just gonna sit here listening to Black Sun painting a little bit. If we get any comments, any viewers, any guests, we'll turn off the Black Sun and we'll actually do content. But right now, just listen and paint.
Oh, they did a new box set. It is weird. I think from what I can make out, the game was fucking shit. The way they've done the rulebooks, then why would Games Workshop care about that? Well, I don't know. But the rulebook's now in like a sleeve. It's 50 quid. You get 3 different books in there. So actually, it's pretty cool. So hopefully, they do that for Fantasy. Like rules, fluff, and I don't know, bestiary or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds cool. I guess whenever they do a new edition, though, the big hardback book comes out a couple of months before you can get hold of a small copy, doesn't it?
This way, you maybe won't need the small copy quite so much because the actual rules is going to be probably the size of like an army book, I guess, maybe a bit bigger.
Yeah, I suppose you can. There's any reason you couldn't get the core rules into that size.
No.
A lot of your rules were pretty streamlined and
yeah, so
not so complicated.
Yeah, like 40k. So yeah, head on over to AmberGames.co.uk, say you came and buy the Black Sun, and that will be great. Anything else you want to talk about before we get into it? You got any paid shout-outs you need to get in?
No, so I've been selling some shit recently, just trying to, clear out some of my old hobby, get in some new. So I painted 56 Glade Guard that I bought kind of already assembled. I thought, right.
Very specific when it comes to clips.
Yeah,
Oh, so, I do have some hobby updates for you, so I'll just toss those up.
Didn't have the.
Having brain fart here. So we have gotten rid of the Bretonnian army. It's going to a new home. And in return, we're getting a fully unpainted Skaven army. Now, you know how slowly I paint. You know how much I like to do complex projects. So Skaven seems like it would be a nightmare. Well, I've been kind of toying with how to paint Skaven for a while now. And I've decided to do I've seen it done a few times, and every time it's been really a fantastic idea. And that is the grayscale army, where everything looks like it's moving through the darkness. And then you add OSL sources to either bases or movement trays, and have the models rank up a specific way so that the light reflects off multiple models and gives them a very nighttime feel approach. I thought this would be a really cool idea for Skaven because it never made sense to me Skaven moving in the day. Like, I don't envision Skaven fighting a war when it's I've seen a rat outside and they're not happy. So I was just kind of thinking about that as the theme for this army. So, and I did a grayscale with my Malifaux crew, though I brought that up to white instead of just to grays. And I did OSL with my Chaos Dwarfs, so it should work fairly well. So expect that army to start late July, early August. Right now, I'm just working on the Cyclops of Chaos army. I haven't really done a lot of showcase on this army. Unlike the Chaos Wars, where I did everything unit by unit, I'm gonna paint this army and then do a full showcase. I think it would be more interesting that way. Yeah. These old Harpy sculpts are just hideous, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know if I've talked about my Kislev project much on this channel. It's been a while since I've done a paint and chat. But the Kislev project has got a lot of new models recently. I can't get myself excited to paint it. So what I think I'm going to do is actually do it as a dip project. Now, I know when people say dip, true hobbyists cringe a little bit, but I want to get it on the table. I'm sick of looking at bare metal. So I figured a dip might be the best way to go about that. The lighting in my new room fucking sucks. Yeah, I moved into a new apartment a few days ago. As you can see, there's like not much on the walls. There's boxes everywhere. But I set up a painting station because I have a lot of painting to do this month. It's all tournament painting, and it's all painting I was supposed to have done a while ago that I've just been dicking around with. And yeah, between the girlfriend and looking for a new job and school and all that shit, painting has fallen by the wayside quite a bit. I'm not entirely thrilled by that, but I'm going to be setting some time aside every day just to do a little bit of painting. The Harpy scheme is really basic. They're like going to look like really crappy versions of my Demon Prince. I did a paint chat on him a long time ago. You know you haven't painted in a long time when your hand starts cramping up after you're doing the first coat on the second model. Yeah, so this is just kind of one of those videos that it would be a good time if you have some painting to do. Just pull it out, start it up, get it done. Because there's nothing worse than having painting to do and just putting it off into the upteenth hour. The nice thing about these Harpies is their paint scheme is really simple. And they're going to die really fast, so those two things combined make this a really easy project. I also have some Senegor to paint. Oh god, I don't want to paint my Senegor. Let's go back to listening to Black Sun. I got nothing else to say right now. Shit. I know my phone has a low battery, you fuck.
didn't rank the way I'd want them to, and just look the way I'd like. So I thought, right, I could spend like my free time for a couple of weeks, maybe just like banging them out as quickly as I can. So I paid it all 56, and then sold them for a nice profit.
Yeah, proved the rest of us a little bit wrong there, I think.
Yeah, well, they're pretty bandwagon, weren't they? So I thought if I can get them done quick, I can sell them. I think I made about 100 quid, which isn't great the amount of time I put into painting them, but it gave me then the money to rebuy 56 Blade Guard. And
so basically, you've wasted in the way you want, though. But you're happy with it.
And also, I got free, basically, my Wild Riders, free box of Wild Riders thrown in for it, so it's definitely worth doing.
Not bad.
But yeah, just kind of clearing out some other old hobby stuff.
Got rid of some of the Kislev finally.
Yeah, it's, time come, let it go.
Just let it go, man.
I've still got my own Kislev army. It's just the second Kislev army I had.
No man needs 2 Kislev armies.
It doesn't.
Just not go.
So yeah, I've been picking up kind of bits of orcs and goblins and stuff as well, just as a kind of back burner project somewhere in the future.
It has been commented that you're actually a worse hobbyist than Ricky B, because at least he doesn't actually waste any of his physical time into these half-hearted projects.
No, well, I think come the end of our campaign, I reckon I'll have obviously my painted Beastman army, and I reckon I'll have my painted Blue Elf army. I'll have my Empire army. So I'll have 3 decently painted armies by then, and then I can then go back and I can revisit things like my Kislevites and stuff.
Your high elves and your orcs and goblins and your
warriors. I think I might sell my warriors next. I don't think I'm going to stick with them.
Warriors are one of those bandwagon armies that do still sort of fetch a good price. I mean, I recently sold all mine, which were just very basically painted. The basing was really nice done, but the actual models, if someone puts the time into another highlight on them, they look pretty top notch, to be honest. But yeah, they still got a really good price, to be honest, because it was fucking filth.
Yeah. I mean, I've not got an awful lot. I've got things like warriors and stuff in there, so it's not.
Yeah, but you've got the cool models, haven't you?
The avatars
of war. So I think they'd fetch a handy price, and yours are actually pretty nicely painted.
Yeah, I put quite a bit of effort into them, but I can't see myself getting around to using them.
No.
It's not. I've not got all the models I need for. I've got like a chariot, 20 warriors. I've got the guarded disc, level 4 on a disc.
Yeah.
I think go down the kind of real optimum route with it. But I'll probably look at moving some of that on somewhere. So if you're interested, hit me up.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I've got one little shout out. I just got an email from Robert Anderson, who's the guy we gave a shout out to on episode 56 with his best man, Phil Bailey, going on there. Apparently he really went the extra mile for him as best man, so he just wanted to say thanks back to him there.
How much does that cost him?
Oh, that doesn't cost him anything. I just thought I'd read that. I gave him a freebie there. I'm just sort of looking at it as I'm saying it out. Apparently he's a net listing black dice rolling motherfucker. So
nice.
Fair play. Free shout. Yeah, fuck, I should have charged him, shouldn't I?
Definitely.
Send me some money, Rob, okay? Excellent. Alright, so what have you been up to in the hobby other than making Glade Guard, selling Glade Guard, making more Glade Guard, and selling Kislev? Or was that pretty much it?
No, this weekend just gone, I managed to get some hobby time in, and I got 30 of my Glade Guard assembled as I want them. So I've been doing kind of like kit bashing between the Eternal Guard kit and the Glade Guard kits.
You haven't treated us to any photos of these. I'm quite intrigued to see how they look.
I brought some down to the last time campaign day.
Did you?
You had a look at, yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Was I drunk?
You did a bit of work, so possibly. I still wouldn't put it past you.
I genuinely don't remember seeing them. Did I like them?
Yeah. I've converted Araloth into my BSB.
Oh, I remember seeing that. That's a weird model. I don't really like it. It looks... I tried to explain it to you and I sounded like a crackhead. It looks like a digitally sculpted plastic model, which it is what it is.
They all do, though.
It's weird. It doesn't... I don't know. They just don't look like a model. I can't explain it without sounding weird.
When you hold an old Glade Guard sprue up to a new sprue, it's ridiculous.
How different now.
I mean, I reckon the Glade Guard sprue's got no more than maximum 20 pieces on that sprue.
Yeah.
Absolute maximum.
Yeah.
And the Glade Guard, so the new any of the new kits, whether it's the Wild Riders or the Eternal Guard, there must be 3 times the amount on the sprue.
Isn't there? I've heard a lot of people saying that the Eternal Guard kit goes together lovely, no mold lines, but the Wild Rider kit is a bit of an abortion with mold lines.
Yeah, I can see where they're coming from. Actually, I just think it could have done with like the arms for either one of the sisters of the Wild Riders. The arms are the same.
Right.
So they got in the hand they got like a staff, and then you put an attachment on the end of it, whether it's the kind of that had quite mold lines on the staff of that.
Definitely.
And a lot of it is very small pieces, so it is they weren't the best kits to put together.
We got 4 Harpies base coated so far.
People saying this, and I've actually started to see some people who've cut the antlers off and repositioned them so that actually like antlers are not like a fucking weird things stuck out the front of the head.
Yeah.
That looks a bit better.
I don't think I'm going to... Although I want them to look nice, I don't think I've got the time or patience now to actually go as far as that to do it. I'm just doing a solid paint job with some nice basing.
Something that you can only assemble each model one way. Because I've heard on the Wild Riders, they're all certain riders fit certain stags.
Yeah, they do, because their legs are bent in different ways.
Yeah.
And the kind of weird stirrup things that they've got, they're kind of standing up on the stags. Yeah. They do only go on one way as such, but you could... What would you have with the arms? One arm, like the left arm on all the models, is kind of already attached.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the Wild Riders, you can remove the dagger and put a shield on. I think that's probably what we'll do.
Yeah.
And the other arm is pretty monopose, really, because you've only got kind of down to the elbow, and then the way that the kind of forearm attaches to it. So you could spin it a little bit, but not much. Otherwise, it would look kind of unnatural.
Interesting. Well, I finally given in and will be adding some Warlocks to my Dark Elves. I do fancy getting them back out. I want to paint another new unit, even though people haven't seen like my Basilisk and stuff. I want to sort of do the Warlocks because over the weekend, this is not sounding like me justifying filth, but I looked at a couple of people's different Warlock units, and there's so much nicer models than I originally gave them credit for. They're genuinely really, really nice models. But I think what I'd like to do is, if it's possible, is try and mount them on the Wild Rider stags. A few people have said that they don't think it'll work because of the way the torsos of the Warlocks are and that sort of thing. So I'm not sure. I need some Wild Riders for my Wood Elves anyway, and obviously I'm going to buy a box of Warlocks. So I'll have both kits in front of me and see if it's going to work. I just like the idea of like these dark sort of stag steeds. We'll be painting a very, very dark turquoise.
Alright, that first coat of blue is done on the Harpies. Second coat of blue.
The legs on the Wild Riders,
Ink dry brush.
2 legs
Easy.
together, side by side, and the torso sticks on top of it.
And I think that's the same for the Dark Riders. I think the legs are fixed on the horse, and then you fit the torsos into that. But then I've got a funny feeling that the midsection of the Warlocks is actually fixed onto the horse as well as the legs.
Alright.
So I don't know. I'm going to look at it and see if I can do it, because I think it could look really, really cool. But I don't know. It may be a bit more of a project, a bit more involved. But as it's only 5 models, and I think I could do it because my plan now, I think, is to bring the Dark Elves back out for Clash of Swords, and it's only 2,200 Dark Elves to get. Now, if I just take my Wild Packer list as it was at 2,000. And just add in a 1 unit of Warlocks, then I'm pretty much there by the time we bulk up some banners or magic items. So I think that's the plan, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think Wood Elves will probably get 2,400 in it, and I just think it's a bit too soon to be able to commit to get 2,400 points painted.
Yeah.
I think a more realistic aim is to have 2,000 painted for Blackout.
Sorry, I think there's someone washing up elsewhere in the house or something, because there's some really